Now on CoastTV News.
Man still missing.
The search resumed this morning.
An 18-year-old presumed dead after falling into the Broadkill River.
As that search continues, another ends where a Rehoboth swimmer was recovered today.
Milton rental rules.
I think it's good for the restaurants and everything.
New restrictions on short-term rentals are already in place, but more could be coming.
Now our concern focuses on dangerous heat and humidity in our area.
This is CoastTV News at 6.
Authorities at the Broadkill River still searching today. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Still no sign of a Harrington man who went missing after falling into the Broadkill River. The area on your screen now is where this happened, Oyster Rocks Road. This is east of Milton, a bit north of Cave Neck Road near the Delaware Bay.
That's where authorities say 18-year-old Yorch Niz-Chilel was washed away Tuesday afternoon. The Lewes Fire Department told CoastTV News the young man is presumed dead. Telemundo Delmarva and CoastTV News reporter Ana Sofia Roman live in Milton. Ana Sofia, authorities had blocked off a large area for the search today.
Maddie, this is the first time we have been able to get close to where Niz-Chilel went missing yesterday afternoon. Along the shore, we have seen a couple of people looking over the river, but earlier today, the road was closed about 1 and 2 miles from this location. From the Coast Copter, you can see the search that is underway for 18-year-old Yorch Niz-Chilel in the Broadkill River. According to the Lewes Fire Department, Niz-Chilel was standing on a piece of wood while fishing when he slipped, fell into the water and could not get out. He's now presumed dead.
The search resumed this morning. That included the Delaware State Police Aviation Unit, Delaware State Police Maritime, and Scuba Team, as well as DNREC Police.
CoastTV News spoke with a family member who said there are relatives of this young man who have not left the area since Tuesday.
There were quite a few family members, friends and family members, back not at the scene, but close enough. And we are working with them, with our Victim Services Unit, to make sure that they have the information that they need and the information that they want.
For one heartbroken family, the hope for a miracle has faded, and now they just want the body of their loved one to be recovered. Right now, we're going to bring more updates to you on CoastTV News at 11. Live in Milton, Ana Sofia Roman, CoastTV News.
And tonight, first responders have recovered a body found in the ocean off Cape Henlopen State Park. According to the Rehoboth Beach Department, that body is 27-year-old Gregory Caratu. The Lewes Fire Department says a kayaker spotted the body of Caratu about 1,000 yards offshore between Harrington Point and the bathhouse. Caratu went missing in the ocean near Rehoboth Beach. That was on Saturday night. As more people visit the coast, specifically small towns like Milton, those people need to have places to stay. But that has created created friction between permanent residents and owners of short-term rentals. CoastTV News reporter Emma Aiken is live in Milton. Emma, the town could add more rules about where rentals can and cannot go.
Charlie, we're at one short-term rental here in Milton, and places like this have caused some controversy in town recently. We spoke with one neighbor who says these disrupt the community feel. He wants the town to limit where they can go, but other locals we spoke with today disagree. They say they have no problem with Airbnbs like this and even welcome them here. Last month, the town added more rules regulating the short-term market. That's any rental for 30 days or less. The new rules include license requirements and a limit on how many people can stay in these homes. Now, town council is asking the Planning and Zoning Commission to get involved to see if even more regulation is necessary and if certain areas need to be zoned for short-term rentals. Some people we spoke with want that to happen, but others say more rules would be overreach.
I think it should be up to the owners of the property, and if there are any complaints, then it's up to them to correct them or else just stop doing it. But knock on wood, we've had no problem.
The town wants the Planning and Zoning Commission to submit a formal report outlining strategies to manage short-term rentals in residential areas like this one by September 8th. Reporting live in Milton, Emma Aiken, CoastTV News.
This brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, how often do you notice short-term rentals in your neighborhood?
Let's take a look at the updated results from last news hour. Still a majority saying never noticed, but a second place is very often at 28%. Sometimes and rarely seen, getting a little bit of the vote there as well.
If you haven't voted yet, if you've got strong feelings and you want to leave a comment, go to coasttv.com or use the mobile app. Plus, we will show you updated results on Coast TV News at 11.
Let's go ahead and take a live look outside now into Ocean City. A beautiful, hot day as we turn it over to our First Alert Chief Meteorologist, Paul Williams, with a look at our forecast. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening, Maddie, Charlie. And we've had what would I call a prequel to our heat and humidity for today. Because, we have a heat advisory that goes into effect, tomorrow. But when you step out here today and say, well, why not today? You know what? When it comes to potential of young folks, why not is the key phrase here. Why not? Let's do that, right? 92 degrees for us right now. We treat the weather like a youngster. We're at 87 degrees in Millsboro, Dagsboro, Gumboro, Delmar, and Georgetown. What does it feel like? Oh, a cool 101 in Seaford. Feels like 102 in Redden. In Milton, we're clocking 103 degrees right now. 101 in Rehoboth, 100 at Bethany Beach, 102 right now, Ocean Pines. And that's what it feels like right now as we speak, even though technically this heat advisory doesn't kick in until tomorrow morning, going into tomorrow afternoon and evening. But that's for Milford, Greenwood, Seaford, Lewes, Herring Landing, Ocean View, and Bayville. Now you'll notice that this heat advisory goes all the way to the coast, because sometimes it leaves off the coast because it's a little cooler on the coast. Not this time around. Everybody gets in on the fun this time around. Not only just there, but Ocean Pines, Ocean City, down towards Chincoteague, and even over towards the Cambridge area. Coming up, Maddie, we'll talk more about just how hot it's going to be tomorrow, followed by some more rain and stormy weather.
All right, Paul, thank you. Delaware Governor Matt Meyer signed more than 10 bills into law this afternoon, most dealing with rising energy costs and the environment. Coast TV News' Christina DiRobertis breaks down what these new laws mean for you from our newsroom.
Electric bills have been climbing in Delaware since the winter, and Delaware lawmakers made lowering those bills a top priority this year.
Wednesday, the governor gave the final sign-off on several new laws aimed at doing just that. On the energy front, House Bill 50 creates the Delaware Energy Fund. It helps moderate-income families with their utility bills, and House Bill 116 allows a 20% discount on gas and electric rates for low-income households. Senate Bill 60 blocks electric companies from using your money for things like lobbying or donations, and Senate Bill 175 allows solar power customers to keep any extra energy they generate. On the environmental side, Delaware now has an official migratory bird, the red knot, and a state dragonfly, the blue dasher. The Nature Conservancy in Delaware celebrating the new laws, saying, quote, "These wins were not easy, but they reflect what's possible when partners stay engaged and focused," unquote.
And you can find a full list of all of the bills signed into law today on coasttv.com. Back to you.
The U.S. government has announced a 17% tariff on most fresh Mexican tomatoes after negotiations to avoid it fell through. While Mexico supplies about 70% of the U.S. tomato market, supporters of the new tariff hope it leads to more tomatoes being grown and eaten here at home. Delaware farmers are hoping for the same, that rising grocery store prices will push more people to shop local. They say buying local supports their livelihoods and helps boost the local economy.
We try to accommodate everybody and make prices reasonable because we do know that the prices are increasing and are higher in stores, and we still want everybody in our town to be able to still receive fresh produce.
This tariff, which was announced by the U.S. government on Monday, went into effect immediately.
On your screen now is the intersection of Route 1 and Minnis-Conway Road, where a years-long project to revamp the area begins. It'll start July 28th. The project at large includes building new service roads and eliminating crossovers on Route 1. The northbound traffic will shift west. The southern intersection of Tulip Drive at Route 1 will close for about 2 months. And DelDOT says trail users may be impacted during construction. Phase 1 should last until about December 2025, weather permitting.
Emergency dredging is officially started in Ocean City. The captain sat in his chair and the crew got to work as they sailed the Merritt boat near West Ocean City. From there, the boat will take the material from the channel and shoot it around 85 feet away, leading the way for boaters to use the channel more easily. According to the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, they expect this dredging project to be complete in 8 to 10 days. To Cambridge, City Manager Glenn Steckman will have office hours on Saturday, July 19th at City Hall. He'll be available from 9 to noon. You can either stop by or email him to make an appointment. Glenn says he is looking to make Saturday office hours a monthly occasion for people that are unable to get to City Hall during the week.
The Worcester County Sheriff's Office is warning people about a scam making the rounds. They say scammers are impersonating the sheriff's office and asking victims for payment. Deputies stress they won't contact you for payment for missed jury duty or court appearances. When in doubt, they say call the Worcester County Sheriff's Office directly. And we're just getting started this evening.
We head over to Henry S. Parker Athletic Complex for one of the biggest softball tournaments on the East Coast.
And we have another heat advisory that's been activated in our area. I'll pinpoint where it will be the worst and when.
But first, Ferris wheel taken down. Why the Ferris wheel leaving OC so soon? When we're back in just 60 seconds.
This is Coast TV News at 6.
We're about halfway through summer, but just like that, the big Ferris wheel near the Ocean City Inlet, it's gone.
Coast TV News reporter Kevin Zappé shows us why the iconic Ferris wheel left so soon and what changes you could see next summer.
Annie Fowler and her husband came down just in time to say goodbye to the Ferris wheel they were looking forward to hopping on.
We didn't get a chance to get on it, but we did get to see it from up the boardwalk.
The big Ferris wheel near the Ocean City Inlet next to the Trimper Rides was put up this April, and now it's already being taken down and shipped to the Wisconsin State Fair, leaving only one Ferris wheel in town for the rest of the summer. According to Michael Wood, one of the co-owners of the Ferris wheel, he says he had no choice but to take it down and move it to the next location.
We're taking it down because those contracts were in existence and they were long-term contracts prior to it ever coming to Ocean City.
But plans for next year are looking bright for people wanting this Ferris wheel to stay longer. With great success in Ocean City, Wood and his team bought a second Ferris wheel and hopes to leave one of them in town all summer long.
With any luck, we will negotiate a deal to leave it here from opening through Labor Day and then take it down at the end of the season like many other amusement rides are.
Fowler hopes the deal is made and would love to take a trip on the Ferris wheel. Although nothing is set in stone just yet, people we spoke with along the boardwalk hopes to see a Ferris wheel there next year all summer long. I'm Kevin Zappé in Ocean City, Coast TV News.
Here's a look at your golf forecast. Listen, tomorrow is going to be a very hot and humid day. You'll need to drink plenty of water. Conditions will be good, but let's not forget, 94 is going to feel like 104. Well, for the next couple of days, we are going to be primarily concerned about the heat and humidity by itself. We'll worry about the rain when it gets here to bother us, probably on Friday. But as of right now, we're at 79 degrees in Ocean City, but the dew point temperature is 78. So it feels like a wall of humidity when you walk out the door. And we're going to stay in the 70s and 80s for the next few hours. For example, we're cooler in Ocean City, but going inland, we're much warmer, 87 degrees in places like, Bridgeville, Milton, Millsboro, Georgetown, Laurel. Now, the dew point temperature is in the 70s, okay? 77, 75. That's a lot of moisture. 79, for example, over here in Seaford. So what does that translate into? So I want to kind of show you, what does that mean? How does it feel? When the dew point temperature is that high, with the temperature in the 80s for Seaford, it feels like 102 degrees. That's the heat index right now, what it feels like. It feels like 102 in Redden, 104 in Milton. In Milton, we get the prize for feeling the muggiest at this point, and that's without the benefit of the heat advisory that's in effect really for tomorrow. But you'll notice we are dancing between very humid and miserable for today going into tomorrow. We don't really drop until Friday because that's when we're expecting a little bit of rain to kind of put a dent in some of this heat. But as of right now, we have heat advisories across the entire Delmarva Peninsula. Now that's from the beaches and inland. Sometimes when we get these heat advisories because water is slow to heat up and cool down. When you're at a beach, the beach typically escapes, a lot of the heat advisories, but not this time around. This time around, everybody's getting in on it because we've been muggy and really rainy for the last few days, so everybody's going to get that steam effect. Heat advisory also in effect for Ocean City, Pittsville, Snow Hill, George Island Landing, and for the folks that view us in Cambridge as well. Now that stays in effect until 8 o'clock Thursday. But as of right now, we see no additional scattered showers right now, and we're looking pretty clear at this point. We see some scattered showers and thunderstorms dancing way up there in Pennsylvania. Well, it can, let those showers mind their business up in Pennsylvania. Don't come bothering us here in Sussex County, right? But we will have a brief sprinkle that'll pop through for the late night, early morning hours for Thursday. But along the coast, mainly we're looking at heat and humidity. Temperatures in the 90s, feeling like 101 or above. Drink your water, stay in the shade. 93, the official temperature, now that's taken in the shade, by the way, in Lewes, Georgetown, and Rehoboth. We expect a high of 94 in Cambridge and Easton, and we will warm to 92 in Snow Hill, as well as Pocomoke City, and then we'll climb to 104 on Thursday, then we'll go back into the 90s on Friday, but then Sunday we're back to 10-something, no matter where we are. Rain chances will be elevated for Saturday and Sunday, they'll diminish on Thursday. We're at marginal level of concern for Thursday, but overall, we're mainly looking for that scattered shower activity to kick in Sunday. Going into Monday, we clear out. Finally, here's a look at the 7-day forecast. Hot and humid on Thursday, more thunderstorms on Friday.
Thank you, Paul. Recreational fishing for striped bass now temporarily off limits in the Chesapeake Bay and its tidal tributaries. Maryland's yearly summer closure began today. It lasts through the 31st. DNR says the ban helps to protect the fish from the hot summer temperatures. This is the 6th season for the closure in the Chesapeake. The Little League Softball Mid-Atlantic Regional Tournament kicks off this Sunday. Delmarva Sports Network is going to be in Bristol covering Maryland's Delmar team and Delaware's Camden, Wyoming squad. It is brought to you by the Preston Automotive. We will have live updates and game highlights all week on the Delmarva Sports Network app and website and social media, so stay tuned to the Delmarva Sports Network for all the action.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
What's going on, everybody? It's a softball summer as we head to Henry S. Parker Athletic Complex. We've got USSSA action on the softball diamond. It's the Pinelands Pirates out of New Jersey taking on Northwest Explosion out of Pennsylvania. Maddie Metzler puts one right down the first base line. This would send all three runners home, giving Metzler the 3 RBI triple. Explosion leads 4-0. A few wild pitches would give Explosion a 6-0 lead. Now with Madeline O'Brien up to bat. She sends one to the outfield, sending Peyton Flexer home from third to give Explosion a 7-0 advantage. The Pirates finally get out of the inning and onto the board. Top of the second with bases loaded and down 7-2. Gracie Sheets makes contact. A routine out at home is dropped at the plate, getting another run in for the Pirates. It's a 7-3 ball game now. And then the Explosion would explode in this game. They would win via mercy rule, defeating the Pirates 16-4. They would also go on to defeat Guilderland Wolfpack 12-0, giving them a 2-0 record for the day in USSSA pool play. That'll for sports. Have a great night, everybody.
In Milford, we're going to settle into the lower 80s with a chance of a developing spot sprinkle quickly. But the main thing is the heat and the humidity. Heat advisory isn't effective until Thursday. By the way, Barbara Malatesta, congratulations. You're our umbrella winner from Laurel. Your forecast is just a call away by Mandalas, Brockstead, and Federico. And finally, here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast.
All right, Paul, thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
The NBC Nightly News is up next.
We'll see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great evening.